One thing that people do not understand about our business that we, when it comes to sex trafficking, predatory
Yep.
shit, we're ground zero.
Yep.
Let me say it again. We're ground zero. More porn stars
Yes.
get harassed, get stalked, get attacked, get hurt, get killed than any other genre in entertainment. Because we the dirty little secrets.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So recently you had a situation with a sex trafficker. Please tell the story. Tell our fans so they can see what we go through.
Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but just my intuition was leading me to think that this person had contacted me a couple times through Twitter, and they were like, we're going to pay this amount, like 32,000 for one scene. And I was like, well, that doesn't seem right. And they're like, well, when you make millions, it's, we've really been paying people what they're worth. And I'm like, huh. And I was like, whatever. And so I had actually tweeted something about being a single parent and my daughter's car breaking down, and how it's just like, the rat race. It's just, you think you're going to get ahead, and then you got $3,500 worth of car repairs.
You
And
can't.
so
I know the feeling.
this person, I had dismissed this person before, and then he reached out again and was like, we can help you make that kind of money, blah blah blah, here's our business. And he sent me to like casting talent. We're a branch of casting talent, something like that, who has like hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. And I was like, but why does yours have 2 followers? Why don't you have a profile picture? Oh, well, it keeps getting reported, so it keeps getting taken down. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. Like, how hard is it to have a profile pic? And he was like, look, let's just do a quick little FaceTime chat. I'll pay you for your time. You can see it's a real business. I'll show you my business license. I'll send you videos of girls vouching for the company that are signed with us. And I was like, okay, maybe he's just starting this page, or, whatever, because they're just starting this Atlanta base. And but then he was wanting me to go to New York. So I guess I wasn't thinking, and this is where, it's a really scary learning lesson for me, is I agreed to the FaceTime and did the interview, and he definitely was a real person and seemed not like not sleazy, or not like he was bullshitting, but I still was like, huh, okay, well, I'll wait till you
Something right.
see.
It was something your car
Well,
was like. It just ain't right.
it's like, okay, like the wall in the background had like little patches in it. So I was like, okay, if you have these millions of dollars, why does it look like you're in an apartment
why,
with patches
why,
on the wall?
why you look like you in my motherfucker? What the fuck going on?
Well, I mean, no, it
God,
wasn't like, it wasn't that bad. It was just like, it looked like, just little things. And so I was like, well, I'll give it a chance for you to like give me all of the business information and the interview, or the things. And he's like, yeah, we have Tiana on our signed to us and stuff. And I was like, Tiana Trump. And so he sends me a video of a girl named Tiana, but it was not Tiana Trump. And I was like, well, who's this girl? He's like, that's Tiana. And I'm like, but he was alluding to like a big name, Tiana Trump. And I was like, huh. And he's like, well, here's her Twitter, but she took it down, or she stopped doing this or whatever. So like I could never verify anything. And
Now,
I was like, well,
which is crazy because he said she stopped doing it. So why would I give you someone that's not doing it? You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's kind of even becoming more sketchy as you tell the story. You feel me?
Well, yeah, and at this point, and then I was like, "Well, I'm still waiting for the Cash App." And he's like, "Well, I mean, are you gonna come out to New York or what? Like, you can choose from any of our male talents, but if you shoot with me, it's 32,000." And or no, he said 28,000. I was like, "I thought you said 32." And he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, blah, blah." Anyway, it was just like, okay. So I'm like, "Well, I'll just wait." He's like, "Well, if you don't agree to it, then I'm not going to send it because why waste my money?" And I was like, "Well, you already told me that I could have time to vet you properly before I agree." He's like, "You know what? I'm just going to send you the money and re- like delete myself from here because this is obviously not going to work." And I was like, "Okay, good day." And he never sent it, of course. And then the next day, he messaged me from that number onto my cell phone and was like, "So, are you going to come out or not?" And I just ignored it and blocked it. And then a couple days ago, I get a message. Oh, and I get like, I don't know, like it was all just certain things. I got another message from something that claimed to be Love's Models LLC, and they were sending me like a flyer for we're hiring, models to shoot for this amount. And I was like, it still had the same tone as what he was doing, kind of just didn't make sense and kind of disconnected. And I was like, okay, this is the same guy. So I just blocked it. And then a
Hold
couple
on, hold
days
on,
ago,
hold on before you finish. When it comes to love
mhm,
models, if this was the correct one, they are legit. They are
I
legit. It's
I
ran
know
by
who Loves Models is.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
had
No, no. I'm telling
conversations with
no, no,
him.
no. Not you. I'm telling my
Yes.
so they be
Well,
like
and that's why
so they
that's
won't get it too mixed in. You get where I'm coming from? I say okay, love models. She's giving y'all example that love models is legit, and he was using the same type techniques that love models was using, but he had the cachet behind it. Go ahead.
well, and that's why I felt like it was off because I was like, this just doesn't seem like the tone that Loves talks with or like how he interacts. He wouldn't just like send this flyer. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah."
Mm-hmm.
So, and then a couple days ago, I get a message and it was like, "This is Ryan from Hussey, and are you available to shoot anytime this month?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And then he starts to mention New York and Vegas. And I was like, "New York? I was like, "Well, I'll already be in Vegas." And he's like, "Well, you should come to New York because you'll make more money. We're not shooting in Vegas until this." And I was like, So I have Ryan on my Snapchat. We just like follow each other on there. And I just decide, you know what? So I snap him and I'm like, "Ryan, are we having a conversation right now?" And he's like, "What phone number is it?" So I send it to him. He's like, "Block, delete. That is not me." And I was like, I didn't think so because it didn't have the right tone because we're familiar enough to where he'd be like, "Hey, like, um, Liza, I'd like to book you for this, or we've got people that scenes that we need to book for. So are you available?" Anything like that. But he wouldn't even contact me like that because I'm not even signed on with Hussey. So
Hustle
like,
models,
you know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
it's just like all those things. So I was just like, whatever. Um, so I play it off and I'm like, okay, I politely decline and block the number. And then Ryan makes a post warning people, and I make a post warning people. And then I get another message from a number that's local now, not New York or anything. And it was so menacing how the tone of the text was like, haha, you can make as many videos as you want. Um, we're gonna make you hate doing